Well, we got sidetracked, Norm, was I following. I was going to talk about Richard Cockle's article, and I got talking about county government, the treason of it, and the subversive organizations that hooked everything together. More treason. Wonder what's wrong. Well, you live in treason and treachery and think it's correct. That's all Libya, Egypt, and Syria stand for. Pressurizing each other for so long, and each one of them thinking they're correct. They're idiots. Stomping around in treachery, mocking everything they stand for. Isn't all the living doing it? Every temper tantrum, every court procedure, every do-gooder's big mouth. You hypocrite do-gooder. When do-gooders are hypocrites, what good are they? Well, confess you're a hypocrite, then do good. Do good is a hypocrite. Go on. Only don't do good, not a hypocrite. Wear a shirt says, I am a hypocrite do-gooder. Do it. Because you are. Are you mad at anybody else? Hypocrite! You have somebody you think you're better than? You hypocrite? Well, my hypocrisy's better than theirs. Well, I think some of it's so. Only I'll tell you, it's still hypocrisy. And by God, you ain't better than nothing. There's too many people got to wait in your sewer living. You can't pass on hypocrisy as a lifestyle inheritance. Can you? It's a failure lifestyle. And to get known only as that. Something else has to happen to the next generation. Don't it? Backed up more, remembering more, applying more inclusive, more inclusive, more inclusive. To a lovely explanation for everyone. And an explanation that they're lovely. You tell a man he's a pedophile and a predator, what else is he going to be? You see him as that, how are you going to help him? How are you going to help society? And you keep labeling everyone that from classroom on. Actually, from original sin on. The Catholic Church has you all predators. Does any other religion have you predators? Because each member of it sees you one. That's why they have a lock on their door. You're a predator. It says right here in the Bible. You need a sacrifice. You're worthless. God can't forgive you without a sacrifice. You're so bad. Really? I like the word really. Doesn't mean anything. But I'll tell you what, that's not so. You want to talk about wolves? They got the highlight of this one. The black bears. 1,700 black bears in Oregon shot by the state. You know why? I know why. The lumber company, I'll bet the lumber company kills more than that. This is just the state figures. Predators killed by U.S. Wildlife Services. Well, I'll bet you more black bears are killed by the Forest Service. I mean, the lumber companies on their own private land are allowed to kill black bears. If they own that land, the Forest Service doesn't even manage it, I don't think. The government doesn't manage lumber company land. They manage it. And they also manage how many bears get slaughtered for scratching trees. A lot of them do. You've been whacking on your... wonder what they do all the furs. Look at all these things that killed. What about all the furs to them? Because they used to hunt these creatures for their furs. Coyote, I don't know if you can make a coat out of coyote fur. There's a lot of hides there to make things out of. Bobcats, black bears. Let's see here. They killed 54,000 coyotes. I don't know if this is a year. From 1998 to 2008, so that's 10 years, in 10 years. Oh, 54,000. That's how many a year? I mean, in 10 years, or that's 542 in 1 year. I can't, my brain doesn't work very well anymore. It used to be a great calculator. My brain won't even calculate anymore. It won't. Here's what's mind-boggling. These idiots killed 1,100 red fox. The government did. Red fox? What the hell could the damage of a red fox do? To a hen yard? Can't you come up with a... Why is it if you have a hen yard, it's the government's job to keep the foxes off your hen? You can't contain that hen yard? I want my hens to run free. Well, that's just about it. When these people came from Europe, or the tribal people, tribal people had chickens, didn't they? They had all kinds of things. How they handle predators. It just gets dumber by the day. Because there's not an issue right now that I see humans just struggling with. Hell, it's been here forever. How do these people 500 years ago handled the same damn thing? Their lifestyle wasn't much different. Did the tribe have an organization that went around and stalked these predators and got rid of them for you? This is so goddamn dumb, I just can't believe it. 760 mountain lions. Here's what's mind-boggling. Gray foxes. Why would they have to kill 118 gray foxes? Does not make sense. A lot of coyotes killed all over the counties in North America. Wyoming is 77,000. Montana, 89,000 coyotes. Staggering. Montana kills a lot of creatures. Let's see, Oregon does too. New Mexico killed 1,300 bobcats. Staggering. The government did. Now, I don't want to use that word. There's no such animal as the government. There's employees. The employees! Be goddamn who hired you. You victimizing parasite. You employee, parasitical, zombie, dark. I've been an employee, parasitical, zombie, dark. Parasitical, zombie, dark. Parasitical, zombie, dark. I've been through employment and there's nothing left to be. I started when I was a kid. I memorized names and dates for employees. They were cruel to me, employees. I wasn't allowed to pick berries and I was allowed to memorize names and dates for employees to get credit. And I did all the work. What assholes. I didn't like employees. They're using you hypocrite pieces of kahaka. What if every employee would drop dead that ever lived in the Lord's mind before they got here? Ha ha ha. Wouldn't that be cool? If the Lord wouldn't have been such an idiot and dream up employees possible. What a dumb creator.